Joining us for the 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and Dorothy Namuyomba is on sign language. Without further ado, let's take a look at tonight's top stories and then get straight into the bulletin. In our news tonight, Honorable Lady Jane Francis Abodo sworn in as principal judge. President Museveni assures the public that there will be no disruption of the 2026 general elections. NRM government to issue land titles to landless people in Mubende, Prime Minister Nabanja says. And Gloria Muzito wins gold for Uganda at the Islamic Solidarity Games in Saudi Arabia. Thank you for joining us. We'll now give you the news in detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has presided over the swearing-in of Uganda's new principal judge, Honorable Lady Jane Francis Abodo, at Mbale State Lodge. Honorable Lady Jane Francis Abodo previously served as the Director of Public Prosecutions, a role she held until August this year when she was appointed by the President to her new position. Also sworn in were Honorable Lady Aisha Naluze as Inspector General of Government, her deputies Miss Anne Twinomjisha and Miss Patricia Achan, Mr. Lino Anguzu as Director of Public Prosecutions.
I, Jane Francis Abodo, swear in the name of the Almighty God.
President Museveni congratulated the appointees, praising their youth, integrity and professional background. The president then delivered a detailed reflection on Uganda's long struggle to align state institutions with the ideals that guided the liberation struggle.
If you can bring like Abodo, she has been in the DPP and she has done some good work. I know what she's been doing there. So let me see what she does now that she's. So therefore, really the challenge is to have a state which is for the people. Because as the Deputy Chief Justice was saying, some of the public workers don't work for the people. So you don't know what they work for. In the past, they were working for colonialism. When you have people who are promoting impunity.
President Museveni said Uganda now needs harmony between the justice system and the values of its people.
And then you say, that's what sort of law is that? What are you trying to, whom are you trying to please? Why don't you keep this person in jail and maybe try him quickly, but not provoke the villagers with disregarding their rights and concentrating on the rights of the wrongdoers. We think to bring peace in the country, you need full accountability for crimes. Otherwise, you will get all sorts of distortions, including mob justice. More justice is because people.
The Deputy Chief Justice, Dr. Flavian Nzeija, also praised the appointment of Lady Abodo. He advised her to strengthen court inspections, maintain quarterly reviews of magistrate courts, and support special courts for gender-based violence.
Promoted pre-bargaining with a passion, both as a judge and as a DPP. Your Excellency, the challenges of the new principal judge, of course, she will face. One of them is poor work attitude in public service. The other problem, of course, will be corruption, both actual and perceived. Because since I'm the immediate predecessor, I will definitely sit with her and we look at what I've been doing, which I think she should maintain. But one of them, which I think she should continue, is to ensure that you visit every court in this country and know where the courts are. Of course, the other thing you need to maintain is the quarterly performance reviews. Not only for judges, but you should extend it to magistrates. Because
furthermore, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has assured the public that there will be no disruption in the country either before or after the general elections scheduled for 2026. He engaged with media representatives from the Bugisu sub-region as he concluded his campaign activities, and Museveni emphasized that intelligence services are alert to deal with whoever attempts to destabilize the peace and security of the country.
Nobody can play it around here.
During the press conference, President Museveni, also NRM presidential candidate, reiterated dedication to preserve peace and stability in Uganda.
You go and play those games in other parts of Africa, but not here. We normally follow all those shallow things. And some of our young people also misinform the foreigners. They think that Uganda is just like, I don't know what, but nobody can disturb our peace.
He said the arrest and later release of 2 Kenyan nationals is an example of individuals attempting to destabilize the country by training rioters.
Now, this is done by the enemies of Africa.
Yeah.
Even our own groups here, we monitor them with intelligence. Here, of course, we have very good intelligence, and we know them. Like, for instance, we have got 2 Kenyans whom we arrested. They have been with us. I have their names, but I don't remember their names. They came. They were working with Chagulanyi's group. That they are experts in riots. So they had come to train our people. Of course, with our very good intelligence system, we picked them up. And they have been in the fridge for some days.
They're cooling.
Now, some Kenyan leaders rang me and said that I should hand them back I should either put them in jail here or hand them back. So we are going to, but you could see we are monitoring all of them. They all have connections with foreign countries.
Speaking from the state lounge in Bale, President Museveni outlined 7 contributions made by the NRM government to Uganda and future plans for Uganda's transformation.
The politics behind our doctrine of defense. We are not aggressing anybody. We are just defending the interests of the legitimate interests of the people. So that's contribution number 1, peace. Peace because of ideology. Contribution number 2 is the development. In Swatswana, I hear you call it yes. Swatswana or something like that.
Yes.
Development. And development has 2 parts. There's the social infrastructure, like schools and health centers, but there's also the economic infrastructure. Yeah. The roads, the railway, the telephone, the electricity, the piped water, the ICT backbone. When I'm in the villages, I don't disturb my villagers with ICT backbone. But it is also there, because I don't think they know what it is all about, the internet.
He highlighted the creation of jobs through commercial agriculture and production, service delivery and market creation. Sadam Mobale, Philip Aguta, UBC News.
And as we speak, the Secretary General of NRM is in Mbale with our reporter Robert Onyango, and they are going to be giving us an update of the campaign that's been ending within that part of the region. Over to you, Onyango.
Well, good evening, viewers of UBC TV and my brother Mark Wadulo. It is a very soft evening for us here in Mbale City as we continue to follow the presidential trail of the NRM presidential candidate, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. We are in Elgon and Bugisu, and of course the president is wrapping up this side of the country as he crosses over to Sebei, and later on he will be joining us on the trail in Woodball sub-region. Joining me here is the NRM Secretary General, Right Honorable Richard Odom, to at least share an insight on how so far they have moved as a party and what awaits them in the line where they're trying to seek for another mandate from Ugandans to lead Uganda for another 5-year term. Right Honorable, it is a pleasure having you speak to us through UBC this evening.
Thank you, and good evening, viewers. We are here in Mbale. It has been a 1 month of excitement. We've been moving with our presidential candidate. We started from Luero and we entered Lango. We went to West Nile. We came to Acholi, Karamoja, Teso. We are now in Bugisu. Tomorrow we are concluding Bugisu and move to Sebei, and we shall be doing Bukedi after Sebei. The whole summary to this is just, it's been a month of excitement. We are very excited because of the appreciation Ugandans are showing to NRM party and especially to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the things he has done for this country. You can drive around this country on tarmac roads everywhere. Every district is connected to tarmac. Electricity is everywhere. Schools are built. Health centers are there. People are happy. PDM has taken root. Emyoga is everywhere in the sub-country. We are just getting testimonies from our members, and it's making the campaign not a campaign but a celebration of the achievement of what NRM has done. So as we conclude Bugisu sub-region, we shall be moving to Bukedi sub-region, and we shall be interacting with the population of Bukedi and moving to Busoga next. All these are just excitement because the population of Uganda do appreciate the NRM government for what it has done for them. There is one or two things that stands tall above all: peace and security, that Ugandans are free to do their businesses at any time, anywhere in the country without being intimidated by anybody. The road network, the interconnections between regions, between districts, electricity that we have everywhere. Every town we go to, you can see life, you can see businesses mushrooming, you can see excitement in the eyes of the people. And that is what a nation is all about. That is what a party should stand for. Our party stands for progress of the people because our investment are in the people. When the people are happy, we are happy. When they're excelling, we are excelling. When there's money in their pockets, we are happy. And that is what we stand for. And our campaigns are rotating around that.
Right, Honorable, what agreements are you making with the people, the voters, as you try to move around the country so that in the coming term of office, there is something you must follow in line with the demands of the local wananchi?
A manifesto, a campaign of a political party is like a social contract between that party and the population. The president has been extremely very clear to the people that we are going to intensify, first of all, the issue of peace and security. We have to make sure that the population is peaceful and secure at all levels. And peace and security does not only mean the absence of conflict or war. Peace and security means that people should have food reserve in their homes. People should have minimum of what they can live on. Because when people are hungry, when there is illiteracy, when there is sicknesses, when there is underdevelopment, the population will also be insecure. So for us, we have broadened the aspect of peace and security to mean households should be settled and live a decent life, in addition to other forms of security. The president has talked of infrastructural development in terms of major infrastructural issues, roads, electricity, and so on, but also social infrastructures, schools, health centers, and all this. The president has spoken more about education system, health system, markets for our products, seeing that we improve on the value of what we produce. We need to widen our network of selling our products to the regions and making sure that the party leadership do understand the general direction of this country. So we are interacting with the people in a cordial way, and he's always teaching us how we should, as leaders, be mindful of the concerns of the people, and we should address them wholesomely.
But having said that, when you look at the other parties, the competitors, they come out, they are complaining of the unfair field of play.
Well, it is very unfortunate that they think there is an unfair field of play. That shows that they are not prepared for this, because the days for nominations were made public, the rules were made public, the programs were discussed, they were part of the discussion of the program, they agreed to the terms of the competition. We are in the field, they are in the field. The only thing which I need to send open that the NRM party does not support violence, and we condemn violence in the strongest term possible, and we want our opponents to be set free. The security forces should not interfere with their campaigns. Let them campaign freely, and we meet at the ballot, because we are very confident. Unlike them who ferry support us from one venue to another and keep addressing the same people, we go and find our people in the district. And we find them there. The people who have been addressing are people in their localities, and we are talking to real voters. And we are moving it district by district. We are not jumping here and there. Today you are in this region, the other day you are in the other region. You go to one district, you create excitement, you time where there is a market day, you go to a market, then you think you have population. No, we are systematic and consistent, and we know what we are doing. We are not gambling. We are not gamblers. We have been in this game for a long time, and victory is for NRM, because we don't have competitors.
Well, from the beginning, you have talked about securing 80 or and above as a percentage you want to win this election. Basing on what you have seen on ground, do you feel this percentage can even rise from that?
Well, you have said it. You are an independent person. You are telling me that it might go beyond what we have said. So thank you for that. Indeed, we expect more than that.
Well, lastly, tomorrow is the official campaigns for parliamentary kicking off. What is your word to mainly your party members?
Our party members, especially the supporters, is that we support all flag bearers of the party. Whoever is contesting as an independent again as a flag bearer, please, you better reconsider your stand, and we all must rally behind flag bearers. Flag bearers must be supported all over, and the campaign is structure-led. All our party offices, branches, leaders at village, parish, at district level are hereby advised to support flag bearers fully. We do not want to hear that a leader or a branch member is going against the party and supporting independence. We are all in for flag bearers, right from the president up to the lowest that we are going to have campaigns for. So tomorrow, as you start your campaigns as MPs, please make sure you use the party structures in your campaigns and make sure they organize for you the meetings that you're going to attend. We wish you all the best. We have already set the pace for the campaigns, and everybody is yellow, and we're campaigning structurally as a party, using the structure of the party.
Thank you, Right Honourable.
Thank you.
Well, our viewers, that has been the Secretary General of the NRM Party, Right Honourable Richard Odom, trying to at least share light on what the party is trying to put in place to ensure that come 15th January 2025, they have victory in their backyard. That has been our brief interview, and I cross back to you, Mark Wadulo, for the rest of the bulletin.
Well, thank you very much, Onyango, for that update with the Secretary General. We do appreciate and do wish the party all the best. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, in more news, has bid farewell to the Right Reverend Dr. John Okude Omose, the outgoing Bishop of Katakwa Anglican Diocese in Kenya, during a colorful send-off at St. John's Cathedral, Katakwa. The ceremony drew hundreds of Christians and dignitaries from both Kenya and Uganda, including the Vice President of Uganda, the Major retired Jessica Alupo, Minister Helen Grace Asamo, and the Emorimor Papa Paul Sunday Emolot. In a message delivered by the Vice President Alupo, President Museveni commended Bishop Okude for his dedicated service, describing his ministry as a blessed one to the people across East Africa. He thanked him for his compassion, loyalty, and commitment to the church, while also appreciating Christians who supported the bishop's work. President Museveni further lauded the event organizers for fostering unity between Uganda and Kenya, noting the deep historical and cultural ties between the two nations. Bishop Okude, who is 65 years, was consecrated as the third Bishop of Katakwa in 2016 and will officially hand over office on February 28, 2026.
Time. Asante sana kunikaribisha hapa nyumbani Katakwa. Very warm greetings from His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, and Mama Janet Kataha Museveni, the First Lady of Uganda. They extend to you, Your Grace, warm greetings together with all the members of this congregation. My Bishop Okude John and Mama Joyce, I congratulate you on your dedicated service and commitment in the service to humanity. But I would like to single out specifically that I congratulate you upon your successful completion, upon your very productive tenure in Katakwa Diocese as the bishop. So I want to use this opportunity, Bishop, first and foremost, to thank you for having Uganda at heart. But specifically for having His Excellency President Museveni as your personal friend. I want to thank God that Papa Mormori created time for this very important ceremony, and also the members of parliament, you created some time for this ceremony. We are here under the express permission and authority from His Excellency the President of Uganda. Therefore, I am happy to observe that the Iteso community of Katakwa has maintained fraternal ties with their brothers and sisters from Uganda. This helps to cement the cooperation between Uganda and Kenya in order to guarantee our people's prosperity and strategic security. The East African community, of which we are proud members of, has been a catalyst for regional integration and cooperation. Our shared vision for a prosperous and peaceful region is being realized through our collective efforts to promote economic development, security, and good governance. To the Iteso community, I say atekeri na eje kaitai. Thank you for your hospitality and friendship. May our bond continue to grow stronger, and may our nations continue to prosper.
In more news, the Prime Minister Robin Anabanja has promised the people of Madudu in Mubende district that the government will prioritize issuing land titles to the landless people in Mubende. The Prime Minister was meeting the NRM flag bearers and the NRM leaders from villages to district level of Buwekula County to mobilize support for the President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Mubende district in Buganda region is one of the districts with high cases of land wrangles and evictions. However, the government through the Land Fund initiated the issuance of titles to the landless Ugandans, and Mubende district has been a beneficiary. However, many are still crying out. During a meeting with the NRM flag bearers and the NRM leaders from villages to district level in Buwekula County, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Anabanja, promised the people of Madudu in Mubende district that the NRM government will give priority to issuance of land titles to the landless people in Mubende.
And so, tugenda okwongerako ku land fund ababatulugunya abannannyini ttaka babagule government ate tebagezaako kubitunda walala.
The Prime Minister assured them that no one will evict them from their bona fide land.
Kubanga tebalina kye bajja kubakola. Tuli ffenna mulime kubanga president yateekako etteeka eribayamba. The bona fide land occupancy.
Ensonga y'ettaka Mama Right Honorable. Twebaza. Tusaba twebaza. Bannamubende twebaze President Museveni. Teri district mu Buganda eganyiddwa mu land fund nga Mubende district mukikubire mu ngalo.
Land fund tubadde tulinako lye twasasula lwakuba nti ate twali tutandise okukola compensation ne baleeta ne bateekako kaviye. Ettaka eryo liri eno Kigando naye kaviye tituli process ejijjako nsuubira wiiki eno ku Lwokubiri ejjavaako tugende mu maaso compensating abantu be n'ekiruma yes ne.
The Premier, who is also the Kakumiro Woman Member of Parliament, revealed that the government will soon recruit 50,000 teachers.
Kakati nga beekwasa nti abasomesa abalimu tebamala. Si kyekyo kati muzeeyi yandagidde kyamaze dde kiragiro okufuluma nti tulikulutinga abasomesa 5,000. Kakati ekyekwaso kikole ki? Era okutandika n'okumwaka ogujja ebyo bijja kuvaawo. Naye nsanyusa okubalaba abantu ba Mukama. Naffe beetutono ffe twesanyusa. Muwandika obupapula.
The Prime Minister also mobilized them to support President Yoweri Museveni in the upcoming general elections.
Museveni w'amaanyi Uganda yonna. Kyekyo. Kakati bw'aba agenda kuddawo atoddira olupanga lw'eggaali bwe boosiba ku baasi.
No change, ne Museveni saagala abeere no change. Njagala abeere bw'ati ekigalo kino kiraba tekiteera kwewetanga zino kyo kibeera kiri bwe kiti. Kibeera kiti. Amasanyu bw'onoobozeeyo gavumenti ekibadde eri akalulu kali mu giraasi. Amiina.
Twagaliza ekifo ekyo kisigalemu. Maama tusaba Kaguta Yoweri Museveni ekifo kyakikulekemu maama.
Yongerayo. Eddwaliro ly'Ekiruma tebayita Kituule ly'eddwaliro eribadde lisigadde Funga district ne ssente ze mutuweereza tubadde twateekayo General Ward. Naye njagala kwebaza omubaka Hoputulamia okuyita mu gavumenti ya wakati bamaze dde okutuwa ssente okulijja kuhereza senta tuli tukeere senta 3.
Mutwalo balabawana bakasinze mpanye pulezidenti kulwabyakoze ebisufu sisobola nze kola kimanga kwesirye majibu ntwemba nekomuta.
The FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi is dissatisfied with the oranges being grown in Teso Soroti district, rotting in the gardens before it is sold. While conducting campaign rallies in Gweri County, Soroti district, Mafabi said that it is unfair for people of this area to continue buying fruit juice from Kenya. The situation is being attributed to the local Soroti fruit factory failing to absorb the fruit supply. Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Balamba Rugahara, has called upon the faithful of Lady of Fatima Gagama Catholic Church to support President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and all NRM flag bearers in the coming general elections. He appealed to the Christians to turn up in big numbers for President Museveni's rally tomorrow in Mbale City.
Children Affairs, thank you so much for joining us in this prayer today, and thank you for your contribution. May God bless you and your efforts.
Happy to come and pray with you at such a time when we are expecting the President to address Mbale City and Mbale District tomorrow. Just like my sister said, I belong to Museveni and I belong to General Mos Kanyugawa. So we have the current power and the next generator, the next power. So as we pray every day, pray for the peace of our country, pray for our president, and pray for the CDF, who's in charge of the country's forces. To come and welcome Zay in your city in Bali. The rally will begin at 10 a.m. and it will be the final rally in the Bugis sub-region. We will finish that rally by 1 p.m. So you can go to the garden very early in the morning, then you come for the rally at around 9. So that the president can address you and gives you his manifesto. He has a very good plan for Uganda. If you can hear him speak tomorrow, you will know that Uganda will not be the same again.
On my way to Calgary, on my way.
The NRM Deputy Vice Chairperson Alhaji Moses Chigongo has urged all NRM flag bearers in Bukedi sub-region to unite for the progress of the party. He cautioned members against the growing tendency of voting for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni only at the presidential level while supporting opposition candidates elsewhere. These are the details. We do beg your pardon, we'll bring you that story later on. As parliamentary campaigns kick off, the chairman NRM in Mityana district, John Chintu, has encouraged the party flag bearers to emphasize joint campaigns. This was during the meeting for NRM flag bearers in Mityana district held at Mityana Nursing Institute.
Over 300 NRM flag bearers at all levels from Mityana district attended the meeting aimed at preparations for the general campaigns. In the meeting organized by the NRM chairman Mityana district, Chintu John, was resolved to emphasize joint campaigns.
Today we have hosted a meeting of all the flag bearers of Mityana district. We have resolved the following. One, we have decided to work as a team. All our flag bearers, all our candidates are going to move in team system, whereby each person is going to be helping one each other in this campaign.
Chintu, however, encouraged the party supporters to work together. This to enable reclaim the political positions, and commended Honorable Vincent Nyanzi for reconciling with Minister Judith Nabakova. The meeting, attended by party flag bearers, MPs, district chairpersons, mayors, councillors, were advised to prepare for the campaign.
When you look at the advantages of working as a team, are more than making it as an individual. So we are emphasizing and we are encouraging our people to move in a team manner.
Some of the NRM flag bearers include Vincent Nyanzi, Joseph Lozige, among others.
A former National Resistance Army founding member, Colonel Sam Mande, is back in Uganda after 24 years in exile. It follows amnesty offered by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni during recent independence celebrations.
Thousands of community members and dignitaries, led by State Minister Dr. Bright Ramilama, celebrated Colonel Samson Mande's homecoming in Masha village, Yisinjiro. Colonel Mande, who went into exile in 2001, stated he never had an issue with President Museveni. He expressed gratitude for the opportunity to return and urged Ugandans to vote NRM in 2026.
So anyakira n'umutima gumwe ko muzeire hati n'umuriro nahako nashikaho nazika mutabana wanje nakayishukuru kanje buntarazikire nza kuzika abantu benje abazeire banje abo mwahorera ndabazikire rero naheza kuterera.
On government's behalf, Minister Ramirama welcomed Colonel Mande, pledging all benefits and support upon his return. Ramirama also called on the community to freely interact with and support Mande.
Colonel Mande, mumuyambe, kureba mwekaye, yajombeka yajigarraho, mkokwaru kujenga. And I can assure you, within your community on the other side of me, we shall support you. I don't need to mention here, but I know all these people, in one way or the other, and I know, legendary was of Tank, Kumuganda.
Isoveri tuinokushemerwa munonga nk'abanyasinjiro abo kwakira Kano Mande urgombuzahe msima president Yoweri Museveni abo kubeka ikikorwa buri omwe ntumusima okumwikiriza kagaruka ntumusima intelligence yatireho akashanga Kano Mande bakani bambera ito nk'abanyasinjiro twashemerwa munonga kugarurwa muntu witu.
A new book, Refugee Law in East Africa, authored by young Ugandan legal mind Gideon Mwanje, is stirring fresh conversation in the rights and realities of refugees in the region. Mwanje's work arrives at a critical time as East Africa manages one of the largest displaced populations globally. I had a chance to interact with the stakeholders. Mwanje has written a book, Refugee Law in East Africa, that explores legal frameworks, gaps in policy implementation, and the rights of refugees under the East Africa community's emerging protocols.
Me and my colleagues had to go into a grey area that had no authorities. We had no textbooks of reference. We had no materials that we could look at when we are trying to study this course unit. And very few universities in Uganda, in Kenya and Tanzania offer this course unit. But before we can even look at the law, let's first look at the numbers.
By March 2025, East Africa hosted 5.7 million refugees and asylum seekers, with Uganda hosting nearly 2 million, the largest number in Africa and the 6th largest worldwide. They have fled conflict, climate shocks, and instability from their countries.
This book has been a long overdue that has been produced. It gives us the hope that now the African people are standing up to define their own laws, to define the principle under which our refugees, our people who are displaced from their places, can be received and treated humanely before any law can come to existence.
The author will inform policy, empower legal practitioners and academia, and inspire governments to harmonize stronger protections for refugees.
There are also language barriers in the court process or in the whole justice process. Somebody speaking a language from South Sudan does not know English or Luganda or any other language, so there are problems there. But as the Refugee Law Project, one of our activities is to provide interpreters or translators of these languages, or interpreters even in court or in the settlements, to make it easier for them to communicate with the host communities.
Mwanje's contribution could influence ongoing legal education and regional advocacy for fair, effective asylum and integration laws. Wadulo Arnold for UBC News. In more news, a man who studied with the young Milton Obote Mose, Lekobwam Obuku, has shared wisdom with the new generation. He turned 100 years recently, but carries memories of leadership, service, and sacrifice. He highlighted discipline, faith, and healthy living.
As Uganda marks 63 years of independence, there are emerging persons with legacies on Uganda's growth and development. Born in 1925, Muse Lekobwam Obuku turned 100 years old on the 8th of November 2025, a milestone of 37 years older than independent Uganda. A proud alumnus of Gulu High School, Muse Obuku shared a dormitory with the Uganda's founding Prime Minister, Dr. Apollo Milton Obote.
Kacha Romotieno, enti were mogo, America go wero, wando to winyo endo luon wako, Quanto ringo coi mieli rap. Dong, nina chela te burwano borre. Unuoti ya taruti yimpunga a headmaster. Gen quano kunu, o te dollo buku te rendo kunu. Te ka kornu abinu. Ana yiru wiyat. Ate urkwanyo bukicha.
Obuhu remained behind when Obote left Bulu High for Muiri College, but his own journey was no less remarkable. He became a celebrated teacher, a head teacher, and later a respected clan leader, retiring in 1995 after decades of service. On his centenary, Lao cultural leaders honored him with a meritorious certificate celebrating a life of distinction, discipline, and dedication.
People who have just been sitting around are beginning also to see that they are being observed. We are seeing that it will inspire so many people also to start behaving properly, so that they are recognized.
Mzee Obuhu's secret to long life credits it to a simple formula: faith, moderation, and food from the hearth. Former Uganda Medical Association President Dr. Kwaro Buhu affirms that science agrees.
Processed foods are considered unhealthy. Studies have shown they increase our chances of getting heart disease and cancers. The better foods are said to be organic. Importantly, vegetables and fruits, and then nuts.
But as Mzee Obuhu walks around the homestead, he reflects on a century of service and faith, praying that Uganda rediscovers the solidarity and integrity that shaped his generation. Beyond health, Mzee Lekobwa Mobuhu has written a book in Lao language, a bold statement for cultural preservation.
Uganda was described by Taban Loleyong 30 years ago as a literary desert, meaning that most of the books that our children were reading in secondary schools and universities were actually foreign books. The crisis is that most of our facets of knowledge are not being kept. But when you put things in writing like this, it's a practice that our people have to follow.
Edi Ulwa, UBC News.
With Momo, you have the power to pay for shopping more easily using your phone. Dial *165*3# or scan to download Momo app and pay for anything. No hassle for change. And even better, if you run out of money while paying, you can simply add core with Momo Advance. That's Momo. That's the power to be more.
You see, I've been a painter for almost 4 decades, and I have found Global Paints to be very reliable. First, everyone knows we use Global Paint undercoat. Now, for the best results, I continue with Global Paints products. I go for silk vinyl when it comes to the interior. Then Global Matte for the ceiling, and when it comes to weatherproof, I go for Global Weather Coat Emulsion. With that one, the house will never peel. Now, there you have a sparkling, magical-looking house. And then the client is very happy. He recommends me to another person who recommends me to another person who recommended me to come and do the advert.
Global Paint, a reliable product.
UEDCL is offering a normalization window until the 31st of December 2025 for those who have illegally connected into power lines or tampered with power metering equipment. Register with UEDCL at www.uedcl.co.ug/wetereze to normalize your connection to avoid penalties or prosecution. Visit any UEDCL office in your area for assistance or call our toll-free numbers at 0800 203 088 or 0800 285 285 and 0800 385 385. Take advantage of this normalization window before the law catches up with you. UEDCL, lighting up your world.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda. La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort, and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
To get the power to win. Njagalo funeliani. Nyo funeliani okuwangula ogenda kuwangulota. Ngenda kubanga obukadde 10 buli wiki. Wanchi ngenda kubangu kwasa obukadde 10 buli wiki. Kusimu ye nyinyi chabonka chimuchoka. Line ya MTN bana beka. Buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula. Ntakwese momo. Obulira buli ogenda okusasula. Ngenda kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo. Oyinza okubanga ngenda kwewola kasente kozesa momo. Wanchi ogenda kuinvestinga kozesa momo. Abo MTN wejamaanyi. Nekwa obukadde 10 buli wiki. Castello imala bwe pa wentandika ngamba kyekiriwo wanje nenkwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa tenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende gulu halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi mwanange ndi wano mu office ntudde nyiga ma computer nenkuta awa namwe kasana benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze ebintu n'amanga epeyinze ebolowinze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial *165# or use the Momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We now take you into the world of business. The Microfinance Support Center has rolled out the Islamic financing training in southern Karamoja, covering Nakapiripirit, Moroto, Napak, and Nabilatu, and Amuda districts. The program aims to widen access to finance and promote inclusivity by empowering participants as community ambassadors to mobilize and train others in their institutions.
Southern Karamoja has had a poor mindset record towards development initiatives. The region has tremendously suffered security challenges retarding development for some time. To address this, first, the youth warriors of Karamoja, commonly known as Karachunas, needed to be convinced that there is a better alternative to life beyond the guns and bloodshed for survival.
So we went ahead and reorganized them into circles. We have gone ahead to fund these circles. So these people are coming up with alternative ways of living other than doing the wrong things.
This is exactly what government, through the Microfinance Support Center, did. Build capacity, provide seed capital, and change the whole security narrative for socio-economic transformation. The Karachunas embraced the initiative, and despite having several other circles, groups and enterprises, the creation and prosperity of the Karachuna Circle, which started with seed capital funding of 50 million shillings, is one of MSC's greatest achievements in the region.
We are all campaigning for a mindset change.
And it is at a stage of takeoff in as far as business and development is concerned.
Beyond the Karachunas, the mindset in Karamoja has been that if a woman is to prosper, it must be under the influence of a man. But with this training, young women like Khadija are beginning to alter the state of their mind to look in a new direction.
My mind actually has been opened that I can do, even without my parents, even without my husband.
Participants were also amazed to learn that Islamic financing, though guided by Sharia law, is not exclusively for Muslims.
We have so many Christians, so many groups, the women groups, the youth group, the Fathers Union groups.
Islamic finance ensures fairness and also the social justice as we finance the local people around here.
Through such interventions, the Microfinance Support Center continues to open doors for alternative financing, building strong, inclusive, and sustainable financial institutions that drive community development and socio-economic transformation. Chris Buyondo, UBC.
And in sports, Ugandan swimmer Gloria Muzito has won gold in the 50 meters freestyle at the Islamic Solidarity Games in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Muzito, who is an Olympian having taken part in the Paris 2024 Olympics, showed class right from the heat that she boasted on day one of the 6th edition of the Games. Gloria's exploits at the Riyadh Olympic Sports Complex swimming pool means that Uganda has now won 2 medals, with a bronze medal from boxer Alfred Ojok earlier today, as the other. Details of the story will come in our subsequent bulletins. And more in sports, the Netball Uganda Super League has entered a critical stage with action at Ham Stadium, Nachibubo. Our reporter followed the action and shares with us these details.
The Netball Super League has witnessed action at the Ham Stadium, Nakivubo. In some of the games played, Uganda Police Netball Club beat UGX Luwero 47-39 to boost its chances of finishing in a respectable position.
Okay, the difference was the substitution made a difference in the game. We still have to prepare more. There is a lot of pressure that's coming from the upcoming games, because we still have the game, which won us in the first round, so we are hoping that by this time at least we go better.
In other games, Dynamite bettered Posta 41-32. Weyonje edged Ugisa 47-46. And Kampala Capital City Authority Netball Club outlasted Uganda People's Defence Forces 58-47 to consolidate top spot. Uganda Christian University outmuscled Busia 50-34, while National Insurance Corporation emerged 41-36 victors over Prisons to stay second.
The games are getting more tough. It looks like teams are doing their homework, and you can see every team you're playing is not just an easy goal. They are always hard to beat. So I like the competition, and I like if it keeps like this, our national team is going to be high.
In the Sunday action at Ham Stadium, Nakivubo, Kampala Capital City Authority walloped UGX Luwero 74-43, Weyonje beat Posta 52-46. Uganda Christian University bettered Uganda People's Defence Forces 56-45, while National Insurance Corporation got an easy 41-26 victory over Dynamite. In the other games, Police triumphed over Busia 48-39 as Prisons held on to win 47-45 against Ugisa. As it stands, Kampala Capital City Authority lead on 35 points, 3 better than second place National Insurance Corporation, while Uganda Christian University in third sits on 30 points.
Over 16 Woodball teams across the country have participated in the National Woodball Championship, hosted by Mbarara University of Science and Technology and Ministry of Public Service.
Teams from universities like Kampala International University, Makerere Bishop Stewart University, and other corporate companies all participated in a different category.
This is the first championship that has come in a short period of time, but with this kind of championship turn up, it shows that the game is heading to the right direction. And we hope in the next editions that are coming in the next years, the turn up will be massive. The participants enjoyed it, both the seniors, the corporates, as we had corporates from Bank of Uganda, Public Service, Zoe, Woodball Club, and so many other institutions.
Freddie Tudiachira, the representative from the Ministry of Public Service, highlighted about why Woodball should also be catered for and thanked the government for also supporting.
And I want to thank the government of Uganda. We are playing this game, these sports, just because of the good government. Under the leadership of the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, we have promised ourselves to reward him on 15th January 2026.
The sports tutor at Mbarara University of Science and Technology thanked the participants who came from different areas to take part in this year's Woodball edition and congratulated the winners in all categories.
We appreciate, as Mbarara University, we are going to develop this game. It comes annually that we shall be hosting this game annually, and you'll be free to come this side at any time you wish so.
Kampala International University became the overall winner in this National Woodball Championship Mbarara edition.
Really deserved it, winning it. It's not that it came out of nowhere. We worked for it, and actually for the rest of the years we've been yearning to get this. We've been always out-competed by other teams, that to say Prisons and KU and Ndeje, and taking the first position. We've been always taking silver, bronze, but today we are actually glad that we made it.
The first ladies corporate won is the Ministry of Public Service. You see, like the Ministry of Public Service, they have taken a very, very big event of winning.
And that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, Dorothy Namuyomba on sign language. And do remember, I am styled by Lavi Boutique on Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 8 and 6, right behind Bank of Uganda in Kampala. Have yourselves a lovely one and see you at 10.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained.